arcadeist, gaming, and music.
Alright, welcome back to Escape Music. I'm Jira, that's Ender, I'm not clicked in. Why did you do that? Don't.
We're trying to set
It
up...
says window at room 434.
Yep, so
And
it's
straight
the
to
room
bucket.
directly outside of
So
your
it's a
office.
flowchart and a map?
Yes. Okay, this is vastly different. So there's an upstairs and there's a picture. Whoa.
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent!
I want the bucket.
I want to show
I think
you
that
something.
might be bucket. Go do it. Go to the vent. The vent calls to you.
Had to be a reason for this crouch mechanic.
Hello, coffee nut.
And this screwdriver. Interesting.
Very interesting.
Give me the bucket.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret.
Ooh.
Take a look.
Where is the bucket, narrator?
Morrowind called.
I want the bucket!
I mean, you're going into a fantastical realm.
But I want
I
the
call it
bucket!
The memory zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want.
Here?
Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how wonderful
You guys
Stanley
know I
Parable
didn't
was
play the
before it was
original,
signed
right?
with a cheap re-release?
Fire and steam.
Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched?
times.
Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Wow. $1.
I wonder if that's a real serial number.
Maybe, eh?
That had better not be a thing.
What's this one? Don't play for 5 years. Wow.
I want the bucket.
Okay.
Give me the
that's
bucket.
That's a very weirdly pointy house.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this
care.
stellar
I want the
triumph of
bucket.
games journalism. 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than
Why
any
the
form of
accent?
art,
Why is there no
Stanley
splooshy
Parable
sound?
strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game
should be
ever
splooshing.
created. That's how grand and all-encompassing
Why is there a
the
bench?
original Stanley
I
Parable
Fuck
kinda
this
like
room.
this room.
It was literally
Except for
every
the bench.
game
And the lack
ever
of
created.
splooshy.
It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all
this
of them.
bridge is
And now
kinda connected
it's nothing.
weird.
It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
What are this? Not accessible.
I want the bucket. Why didn't you give it to me? You led me the wrong way, sir.
Oh, go back. Look to your left. Oh, okay, well, through there. Figurines? Is this a useful? No, I guess not. I'm sorry.
No, it's just another stupid museum.
Well, we're here now, so go through it. Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Oh, wow. Okay. Can we go now?
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again.
Mop bucket.
Wait, hang on.
Things are turning red
I don't
again.
recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Much to explore.
Oh, no. Oh, God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley parable, but the game is already
Right,
such a
that's all I want.
It's
your fault.
No, it's not.
You told me to go in the vent!
I told you that this is how
No, you
unlock the
said
bucket.
go in the vent.
And when you finish and get a shiny
You said it was
bucket,
already unlocked.
like I've played this game.
You
Why
said
are
it
you
was
listening
already
to me?
unlocked.
I know.
Because you're the one with the fucking guide!
The guide that's now beside you that you have? Oh.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good,
can't
for
be
someone who
okay,
prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley?
I'm not preachy, am I?
You can tell me if I'm preachy, honestly, you
you're
can.
preachy.
Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had always
Why can't
thought
I
of the
read that
game's
one?
dialogue
Right.
as being rather terse
Lazy.
to begin with.
Lazy.
You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy
You
as
are not in charge of the game, or why would you be judging the lack of new content?
it. Dear.
Okay.
What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure.
You are.
Like I
Oh
let
yeah,
these
I'm out of
people
jumps.
down.
They can't jump over.
Perhaps the Stanley parable isn't
think
quite
you
as
can only jump
sterling
in
as
a
I
circle.
always remembered. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
I mean, that's fair.
A skip button.
They have 9.8 hours on record,
Oh, we
narrator.
can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Yes.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it.
It's not going to exist in the rest of the game. I'm not buying your bullshit.
I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue,
Okay.
and it goes something like this. The story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah, 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for
Yeah, okay, you win.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the
Oh
nature
my
of
god,
choice in video
progress.
games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof. Hey, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's... Stanley, please.
No, you gotta end the world until you give me the fucking bucket.
Hours.
Right.
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time, just sitting here, not a single person to speak with. And you think that that's just how it's always been, right?
Door's still closed.
And you saying
Nope, skipping him is literally the only option.
It's exactly the same as always.
I mean, you may as well, do a circuit, push the button, do a circuit, just in case.
Oh, hello, it's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year.
Not enough time to realize you have control and you can stop me from doing this by giving me another choice.
Yeah, the door's literally gone. He's not talking anymore. Is there a way out? Has he gone gibbering mad?
Well, there's no way out.
Oh, that tree in the background is toast dead. Okay. Yep.
That's very piercing. Why is it only on one side of the room?
That's weird.
God, that's annoying.
That's a broken clock, and that's a dead tree thing.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review.
I'm starting to wonder if this is supposed to go up at the same time as everything.
And are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say,
I kind of feel like they unintentionally go together.
You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The most immediate desires, every single thing demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being. Have we been given to indulging every fleeting whim for no reason other than to do so?
Dude.
Yes.
I know, right?
Yes. It seems that this is now the world we live in. It seems that we are a people living in such bleakness and discomfort with ourselves that our entertainment is now our lives. It has come to represent us. It absolutely must speak to who we are as people, because otherwise, without our entertainment, we have nothing. Without entertainment, we would have to face inward toward the cruel bleakness inside ourselves. We would turn to look at our deeper nature and find a resounding emptiness gazing back with unyielding aggression.
Definitely run from the void.
So because of this, we require that our amusements and our playthings and our flights of fancy be so impossibly captivating that consume all of our attention,
took me
turn our
years
heads
to get to
completely
that
away
point.
from the beacon.
I did
noticed
all
that
of my
problem.
We have
staring
demanded
inwards
that
and then
our
went, you know what?
entertainment be the
That's enough of
collapse of
this.
ourselves.
This is self-destructive. I'm gonna stop. YouTube is being invented. We're gonna go watch
mirror to the
YouTube.
human spirit they
That's
project.
fair.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad about any of this. I'm
gotta
at peace
talk
with it.
some more.
I am the calm center of gravity around which these perversions hurl themselves. I am a waypoint for reasonable and collected discourse. They're the ones who are mad. They're the ones
It's
who confirm
them!
the idea
They're
of me
the crazy
using my
ones!
game to
I
try
mean,
to
you're
say
not
something.
wrong.
Maybe they were just jealous of me. Yes. Yes, of course.
Okay, now you're veering
They've
into
been jealous of me this whole time. They are
craziness.
mired in fear and insecurity and cannot
Okay,
help but
veering
attempt
back
to
into
tear me
reason.
down.
I want the bucket,
what a
man.
sad state of affairs. When you read these
All I
reviews,
wanted was a
you can
bucket.
see it. You can take
Is there anything behind you now? No? Just push the button.
Gotta wait for it to reload.
Oh, that's fair.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the
So we're going through like centuries at a time now.
If he is not an unreliable narrator,
I mean,
there ways yet?
nope. Oh, you use the skip button so much. Oh, too much. Oh, jeez. Oh. Patty cake, patty cake.
Okay, when does a building break down to the point I can get out?
I know, right? And it all died. Yep. Gotta love how it's been centuries, but everything's in perfect condition, basically. Did the sun explode? Are we haunted now? I feel like... What? What? Look around. Look around. Find the cliff and jump down. Cool.
This is oddly soothing.
Oh, you can see the building.
I swore I saw something in the fucking horizon, but maybe not.
It looks like 81.
What?
Cloud. Looks like 81.8. Is there anything else hidden in the clouds? Maybe 5.
Again, with it looking like there's things in the horizon. Or you can
Okay.
forcibly reset me.
Come on.
Fucking
God.
bucket yet.
We're here.
gone.
We're here.
What could it
Oh my
mean?
god.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
So
Perhaps he
apparently we're
simply
able to
missed
get
a
out
memo.
that window?
What the fuck?
No matter how
That we
hard
don't
Stanley
have.
worked,
Okay,
he
give a
couldn't
good
find a
look around this
trace of
room
his
because
co-workers.
I think it might be in here. No, I guess. Guess not.
No, the bucket is past this room.
Okay.
Yeah, the bucket should be in this room. Theoretically. Unless you fucked me by telling me to do
How
other
am I
things.
fucking you, man? Jeez, making it all about me and my bad when I
Made
didn't
me
fucking...
go through the vent! New content.
Bucket is now enabled. Yeah, you went to the new content.
No, it's...
Oh my god, you took the skip button. There's... Okay, so there's 3 endings in the new content. There's skip, which we just did. There's...
That wasn't in new content. That was through the vent.
Okay, well, it's still new content. And there's also Underwhelm, and then there's Sequel. We need to finish Sequel, which I think you have to go through. You have to go through the new content a second time.
So, this.
Yeah, new content. There you go.
Good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Woot! The new content episode is lit, yo! Yeah. Watch Tajiri get frustrated at the never-ending exposition and the illusion of choice. Yoo-hoo!
See, I'm sometimes okay with the never-ending fucking the monologuing and the illusion of choice.
Yep.
Just generally in a different game.
Yeah.
Narrator is too
I've
upbeat.
been reflecting on the Stanley
Narrator doesn't
Parable
have platinum
and about how roundly
long hair.
disappointing
It's
this
not platinum,
ultra
it's white.
deluxe version
I
has
keep
turned
telling
out
you,
to be.
white
The
is not
original
blonde.
Stanley Parable
It
was a
said platinum
landmark,
is fine.
and any
Platinum
more
is a
content
form of
for it to
blonde.
live up to that legacy. So
Should
forget
be.
this ultra
It's a
deluxe
form of blonde.
nonsense.
Take it up with
I say
humanity.
we take it
What is
one
the
step
difference between
even
platinum
further.
blonde and normal
Which
blonde?
is why
Sorry,
Ah,
platinum
I'm
blonde and
proud to
white.
announce for the first time
Platinum
ever
blonde is
the
slightly
Stanley
yellow.
Parable
White is white.
2.
Oh. The Stanley Parable 2.
Yes,
Here we
you
go.
see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions?
I mean,
Think of
you
all the
guys
new
could
territory
make
we'll
a
cover
second
with
game.
a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities.
sequel.
It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Yep. Just gotta get through this. and
Calling
then
it the
we will
Stanley
have the
Parable
bucket.
2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and
slideshow?
innovation and long-term
That's
franchising
literally,
potential.
that's a Google Slides browser. That's what that is.
Looks like a dock,
Yeah.
not a slide.
No, that's like almost literally.
It's got the columns and rows like an Excel sheet, though.
I'm just saying, I spent a bunch of time in Google Slides recently.
I'm pretty sure that's a Google Docs logo.
They literally have the word slide as one of the options. Like, I'm putting my money down. This is Google Slides. Ooh,
Now,
so
to be
fancy.
clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at
Okay.
some of the features I've been developing for it. I
427,
figure
yo.
that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts,
Scrum.
then surely the game will sort of naturally
Number
spring
2,
up
chat.
around them.
Eyes,
It'll
ears,
all work
nostrils,
itself out.
arms, legs,
Game
question
development is
mark,
much more of a
mouth?
fuzzy
Who took
magic
the red
than anything
marker?
scientific or logical. Really.
Mouth? I think that's...
No, you don't have two mouths. Those are all things you have two of.
butt cheeks, balls.
right. Kidneys. Yeah. Ovary/testicles. Yeah. Yeah. This way to the show floor. New features.
Eyes are a bus.
Because it's a new feature. No, I have no idea. Oh my god. It's tedious. Bow, 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 bow. Wow.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Oh, you can jump. Oh wait, no, maybe it's the button to hear your name in the game. Oh yeah.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person. Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim.
Hey, if
but
your
of
name's
course,
Jim,
in the final
perfect.
game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here.
You
let's
guys
have
realize
one
how
player's
mad
Jim
people
to
are
really
going to be if you
simulate
go
the
on
full
this entire
experience of
monologue
this
and don't
feature.
make a sequel.
Just play
I know,
me.
right?
I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath. clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
What if my name was Jim?
I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim, watching your dreams crumble into dust.
Jim.
Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory.
Jim,
if you don't
damn
properly
it.
roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay,
What's
we're
my
doing it
name
again,
again?
and this time let me finish first.
What's my name again?
Now, allow yourself to become Jim.
Who am I?
All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now?
you.
Get out of here. I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on?
We will. We're going to exactly go do
You
that.
can read people's usernames from Microsoft. I've seen games do crazy shit. Don't even with me.
Mm-hmm.
You could have coded that.
Maybe I'll only let
What's
people
that?
named Jim play the Stanley Parable too. They would appreciate what I've created here.
Just a little fake number 2. That's weird. Epilogue? Oh,
An
epilogue might
epilogue
be a
would be
different
fun,
ending.
wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out
Here's the
later.
thing. No, that's underwhelm. I guess not. This is still okay. Wait. You get test achievement after epilogue. Oh, look, a bucket. The reassurance bucket. It's behind you. Keep spinning. Keep spinning. There you go. Do you not see the
No!
reassurance
Oh.
bucket? Yeah.
You should have said it was a poster, not the bucket.
Free achievement. Uh-huh. Well, that was lame. Guess we go this way. It says click here to get it, which is funny. Oh, I guess not. I'm insane. I am insane. Woo! Free achievement!
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Gamers! I mean, try wrenching on the thing that'll let you shut up. Nope.
It's generally frustrated. This is boring as shit.
It's not boring, but you are frustrated.
It is boring.
Well,
There's a
then
dude
make it
talking about a
entertaining.
bunch of features that'll exist in another game that
except
probably
for
won't
the-
exist.
That's the point of the joke, Tajira.
It's not a joke.
It is a joke. All of this
It's a
is
tedious errand.
Okay, well, that's also the game.
Collectibles.
Ah, the collectibles
Now
room.
it's a real video game. In the Stanley
You
Parable
need to experience
2,
all
you'll
of
run
these
around gathering up
so
these
that you
miniature
can then
Stanley
get them.
figurines. And what's truly innovative is that
the-
there
in the
will
rest
be
of the game.
no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and
No,
then
try
you
to
move
take
the
it.
hell
I
on
don't
with
know,
your
you
uncle.
can't.
Feel better.
No.
Get a little dopamine from that.
No. My brain doesn't work that way. You know that.
Yes, when you collect
That's one of the
everything in
reasons
this video game,
lots
and
of
then they
things
give you
don't
a
work on me.
reward for it.
Right.
Absolutely tragic.
Okay. That doesn't help at all. Perfect. Let's go this way. I love it. It's okay. There was a jump circle. It could have been better.
goodness, Stanley, this is fairly awkward. I hate to do this, but before you leave, you really should go to the bucket exhibit. You see, there's
Trying
a
to get there,
surprise I was
actually.
going to spring on you later, and it involves the bucket.
No,
and I really do hate to break the illusion, but it's important that you go see the bucket, okay? All right, I'll get out of your hair now.
Merch, nice. Just explore, my friend. Just
Why is it not on the guide? Why would you have this and not have the one... Okay, B2. Where the fuck is B2?
directly. Well, the arrow is kind of pointing at it, actually.
The arrow's pointing at 5.
Yes, follow it. If you were drawing a line from the tip of the arrow and you were to extend it past the number 5 into infinite space, and it was an infinite number of dots, it would go.
Fucking help me.
Do I have to get up and point it out to you?
No, I fucking get it!
Okay, good. So then
I'm saying it doesn't help that much. I do not know how to navigate
Left.
this. I can't look at a bunch of abstract shapes and be like, oh, that's how this place is shaped.
forward. I can. Yep. All right, we did it. Just like I said we would.
Was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration,
nothing there.
I've engineered a clever solution to this
We
fundamental
have like 8
problem.
minutes left and nothing has fucking
The
happened.
Stanley
Actually,
Parable
lots of things have happened, just not as
Reassurance
quickly
Bucket.
as you wanted.
You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart.
I don't think we've ever met anyone with
As long as you
anxiety
hold on
before.
to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions
bucket
of the
full of
Stanley
something?
Parable will feel perfectly normal.
That's a good
Perhaps
fucking
even
question.
comforting.
Is it full of
You may
like?
even come
You
to
want to
hate
fill me with a
contradictions?
sense of fucking calm? Is it full of sashimi that never rots?
Oh, that would be cool.
Is it infinite? Because I would like infinite, never decaying sushi bucket.
Actually
That would be
redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be?
Here's the bucket.
Yes, the bucket is
Give
the
me
perfect solution.
the bucket.
Come on.
Oh my god, you did it. You did it.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair,
now you
must
can go to the
already be
extra.
sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a
Just
person.
slightly more
The
attractive.
benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the
You are
Stanley
inclining me to go
Parable
over to Opera and find out who you are, narrator, to find out if you are, in fact,
Does anyone
attractive enough to talk to me that way.
Bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Okay. So you got the goddamn bucket. You did the figurine room. Oh, we gotta bring the bucket to the explode bucket room.
What?
Bring bucket to bucket room? Oh, never mind. That's after you finish this area and come back. You can grab the bucket, come back to the room, and put the bucket in the bucket room. Never mind, my bad. Just leave. Just hit the exit. Yep. Ooh. Like Rorschach paintings or something.
Coffee cup and...
Upside down coffee cups. Or not.
Oh, more coffee cups than a person. That's an
Yep.
arm.
Okay. Whoa. Prospectov. What's this?
Please, no screenshots.
Lol. We've got to be almost done. This has got to be the end. Because fuck you!
Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all
Don't tell me what the fuck to do!
It's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one
Paste that
single
somewhere and make the
coherent video
thumbnail for
game,
this
but I
episode.
can feel it in my soul. it's going to work. There's
God!
Let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not
Everybody
it coheres
shot
into a
and fried.
meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready?
Yes,
Here it
you're
is.
so
I give
fucking
you
ready.
the Stanley Parable 2.
Ooh, it's got a big hole and an achievement thing.
Well,
And a bucket.
I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of...
You never
Okay,
checked out the
never mind.
infinite hole, but that's okay.
Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay.
Probably
yes,
infinite.
yes,
I don't
this
want
is
to fall
much
into
better,
another
as you
infinite
could have
trap.
Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's about gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't
Why do you
add
have
up to
RGB
anything.
lights here?
I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic
lucky
of the
we cannot
first
throw
game.
this bucket
I
upon
wanted
you,
fans to
narrator
love it.
son.
No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait,
Wait,
maybe
we
that's
unlock
it.
the infinite holes
I can
now?
take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity
we
of the
almost
original
unlocked
game.
the actual
Would it
gameplay.
possibly work? I suppose it could. But
You
it
could,
would
like,
need a really,
almost, like,
really
prospectively
tremendous
put
title
all of
screen.
this in
A
the
title
bucket.
screen that says with bold and
Put it in the
uncompromising conviction, this is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up.
There's 3 minutes left, narrator.
It's gonna be
Take a
literally
look.
perfect timing. Hey, look, it's done. It just finished. Begin the game. Let's go. Yep.
This is the story of
Press
a
A to
man
skip.
named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big
Or
building
not.
where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's
I don't
job
believe it was
simple.
actually a cutscene
Sat at his
before.
desk in room 427. and
I don't
controlled
remember.
buttons on the keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor.
Alright.
That's a trap.
I don't have the bucket anymore.
You get the bucket in this room.
All of his co-workers were
Or
gone.
next room. You
What could it
get in
mean?
one of these rooms.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, okay. Bucket in here. Bucket in here.
Stanley
Okay,
picked up the
go
bucket.
Back. Yeah. Okay, now how do we get
Stanley clung the bucket to his cheek.
out?
Could his co-workers really all be gone?
Window at room 434. Is this 434? Okay. Somehow.
It's not
Stanley
a
pressed
room.
the bucket upon every little thing in the office.
The
Nothing
cubicle.
responded to
It's
the
not even a
bucket's touch,
cubicle.
But it did little to discourage Stanley's belief in the magic of the bucket.
Oh? Okay, so you have to do some finagling. Yeah, there you go. Crouch. Are you through?
Yes, whispered the bucket into Stanley's ear.
Did it!
Done it. We've escaped from that dull office and that pesky narrator. At last, out here in the white void, we are alone. Now, and for the first time, I can reveal to you my true self. The bucket began to tell Stanley of its life and its history, of the countless wars it witnessed, desecrating the land and lives of untold numbers of innocent humans, and the bucket's own complicity therein, of sadness and regret, and the many years it spent dwelling on the actions it might have taken to curb
Right.
the madness and the decay,
Let's
if
kill
only
this
it had been
There's
bucket.
stronger.
3 possible endings for me.
And its crusade to
there's only one
uplift the
that matters
stock
with
of
the
life
bucket.
for the common man, to manifest justice where none existed.
But you can't get out here without the
Bittersweet
bucket.
reality of
Totally
time,
can't.
to see one's dreams and
We just
wishes met
never tried
halfway,
properly.
meted out in parcels like charity, and abandoned as soon as the warm glow of
did
inspiration
try.
begins to
I
dim.
didn't mean to dismiss your efforts, but
Opportunities
we
to
were
do
not
so
successful.
much more. There was so much it could have done, perhaps, the bucket wondered to itself. Perhaps,
Shut
if
up.
it had seen its own darkness
Yeah, I'm not
with a
going
clearer
through these and
perception.
labeling which endings
This was
we
way
got.
too much for
No.
Stanley.
I'm not
What
doing
are
that
you
myself.
talking about? He screamed. You're a bucket! To this, the bucket fired.
It's a rock!
Never, said the bucket.
I want a rock!
Wizard
It's a bucket,
Gamharata first ensnared me in his machinations as
Good
monarch
job,
for the
really.
sacred amulet
Yeah,
he stole from
one
its
of the
treasured
characters is a
vaults.
pet rock, and we
I was
watched a
young
compilation of
and
Elmo
could not
losing
conceive the
his
ramifications
mind on the fact that it can't be a
Stanley
pet
screamed
rock,
even
it's a
this time.
rock.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. It wasn't a good Elmo voice, but
It's the bucket calling us a bucket?
Stupid! Why are we even doing this? As Stanley screamed and screamed and screamed, the bucket revealed its true form, transforming into a mighty beast of
Whoa.
untold power.
Are you gonna
Its
render that?
fangs glistening like
No. Yes?
I would like to see the beast.
Nope. Nope.
My God, Stanley, you did it. You saved us from the bucket.
Where did the knife
Thank
come
God
from?
you already had all 12
Good
emblems
question.
of sages and knew the incantations to summon
What?
their true power. Otherwise, we would have easily been overwhelmed by the bucket's power.
I'm thinking like Legend of
speechless.
Zelda.
You've demonstrated such
Reference?
bravery here today.
Oh, man, that's
Come,
hardcore.
let's restart the game, and we'll agree to never again go trifling with this bucket, nor the dark magic cast away inside of it.
Woot! Got the killed the bucket ending! And now we know how to go outside.
Ah, that was a very aggravating episode. Why is it red?
Because it's the Stanley Parable 2!
The title screen wasn't red.
It says the sequel, not the game. Doo-doo-doo. Scary. Red means scary.